Hey everybody, I'm back with a kind of a spur-of-the-moment video. Still on my recovery time from my shoulder, so hanging out, doing whatever I can to sort of keep from losing my mind, going stir-crazy in the house. Headed over to the base just to see what was going on, went to the BX, and they had some new knives in the little knife section. Now normally there's not a lot of stuff that's special on base. Special deals, kind of good prices on some stuff. They had an Endura, they had some Gerbers, Griptilian, the standard stuff, and then something caught my eye. So I didn't find anything fancy or special, nothing crazy, but I found something that I thought I'd give a shot, and I think ended up being a real good deal. One of those kind of diamond in the rough type knives. Great additional low-cost option for EDC or camping, not necessarily super hard use, but anyway. Once upon a time, I did a video about some knives made by Coast. And I can't even tell you how long ago it was. It's a brand that I hadn't heard of before until I was deployed and I saw some of their knives, and they were these little guys right here. See, I'm starting to use that left arm a little bit more. Yay! These little guys right here. What I did like about them all is that they were solidly made, all made in made in the USA by a company that's been making gear for decades here in America. I believe they're out in Portland. I had just sort of, I wasn't happy with the actual cut of the knives, the overall shaping, the size, but I got them and I kept them in my collection here. So I don't remember the actual model numbers or names on these, but they're pretty little. I mean, small, not bad, just not something I would want all the time. This one's pretty conventional. A little bit of a drop point blade there for you. I don't know why I took the clip off or where it went, but none of these are made out of like super groundbreaking steel. And no, it is not a titanium blade. It just says that. And this is my least favorite of the three. It's got a very weird shape to it, and it's got this button that activates the liner lock to close it, and if you don't get it just right, it just doesn't work, so you got to start moving and then let it go. But anyway, wasn't very impressed with these. Wasn't very impressed at all. So I was sort of going to write off the Coast name. They do make some great optics and flashlights and stuff like that. But I was at the BX, like I said the other day, and I saw this hanging on the rack. And I just saw the shape of it. First of all, I saw the pattern on there, and I said, I wonder if that's G10 or just some creatively shaped plastic. The package says it was G10. It's a frame lock design. I'm really into frame locks now. I really like it. And it's a bit larger than these other ones. So I decided I was going to grab one. It's the FX350. Very conventional shaped sort of drop point blade there going on. Nothing really fancy in the design. But over the past couple days I've been using it, and this is a great knife, especially for the price. And I paid $26 even for this. Walked out of the store with it for 26 bucks. So anyway, if you compare this to one of the other Coasts, you can see it's a substantially larger knife, longer blade, thicker blade, very nice. If you want to talk about the specs real quick, it's 9 CR13 steel, so not high-end stuff, but usually just good enough for just an EDC type blade, whatever. Blade is 3.5 inches. The overall length of the knife is 8 inches when it's opened. I'm not sure what it is all closed up. The blade has the titanium nitride coating, so I don't know exactly what that means, but it's on the blade and it's on all the steel that's on the knife. So it is pretty resistant to rust and stuff. It's not a titanium frame, it's stainless steel, and I've been searching for the reference. It doesn't say exactly what kind of steel it is, but I would say it's probably, somewhere in the neighborhood of like 420 or something like that. But you can see lockup, not bad. It's kind of hard to see. So anyway, pretty solid lockup you can see there. All right, there is no blade play whatsoever, side side, up down. It is a solid knife. Doesn't stick at all. Very smooth. Still not quite broken in yet, but very smooth. Kind of a weak sound. I'm one of those guys that likes the nice loud clicking sound when you open it up. Clip comes mounted for tip down carry, but they do give you the option to put it tip up, and something that means a lot to me these days. I've had so much trouble recently with new knives where they Loctite the living snot out of these screws, and it takes forever to open them up and get them moved around. This was pretty easy. Didn't need to put it in the oven or heat it up or anything. Just went where it needed to go. Grip is actually pretty comfortable. Lots of very functional jimping over by the blade, down on the handle, and on the reverse side. And the hand just fits into it pretty nice. This long clip, it's a deep carry clip, so that's cool. Rides very low in the pocket. I just not crazy about that part. Kind of gets into your hand a little bit right there. The scale on the handle is actually G10, so I guess this would be like Coyote Brown, and it's been CNC machined. It is super textured and grippy. And actually, the closest thing that I had that I can compare it to would be the Strider with the gunner grip. However, I'll tell you, just by the way they did the pattern, believe it or not, this $26 knife is actually more grippy than the Strider. Although, on the other hand, the Strider has the frame side cut out too, and this doesn't. But this is just super textured. You can hold on to it really well. I was actually outside using it for to open a box, all one-handed and stuff. It was raining a little bit. The water, no effect on it whatsoever. Didn't slip. Thought it was really great. It cuts very nicely. One thing I'm not a fan of, if that pivot screw right there, I hate when they do creative kind of pivot screws. I want just a simple old hex that I can take out easily on my own. So I haven't broken this one down yet or anything. I have bits like that somewhere. I just don't know where they are. But centering is pretty good. It's actually looking not as centered on camera as it is in real life. I don't know why. I guess it's shadows. It's very well centered. And again, fit and finish on this is great. Everything is very nice, smooth, and evened out. Blade kind of reminds me of maybe the Doug Ritter Reptilian that we were talking about in my last video a little bit. Almost sort of a kind of Spyderco Strider leafy sort of shape drop point going on. And since I bring that up, I tried to get some other knives that were sort of in that price range to compare it to. So the Tenacious, roughly about the same size. Okay. One thing that the Spyderco has on this is the weight. This is a good 5.1 ounces. So big, heavy block of steel. But for some of us, I like that. I know other people do too. So if you're into saving the weight and everything, you might not want to use this option, but you know, it's pretty good. Got a Kershaw Vapor there, which also sort of both in that size and price range. So, you know, very conventional kind of design. Not a lot of imagination in it, but for a simple EDC kind of just utility knife, I think it's really a winner. Blade, nice and sharp, and this is after cutting some box stuff and everything the other day. Haven't sharpened it back up or anything. So this is, you know, how it comes to you right out of the package. Pretty happy with that. And overall, again, summing it up and getting it all down there, for $26 for a really good EDC knife that you're not too worried about getting messed up, something that they put some time and some decent materials into and everything, and the fact that it's a 100% USA owned and operated, everything made in the USA company, why not pick one of these things up just to have one? Kind of glad I have it now in my little collection. It's cool. I'm going to keep carrying it around as an EDC anytime I'm doing something where I don't want to mess up something more expensive. Plus, you know what? The truth is, I really like the feel of this knife, except for that damn clip. But I really like the feel of this little Coast knife. And there's some other ones at the BX, similar size, different materials and everything, but I guess this brand is kind of really trying to expand. I don't know. Maybe I'm just late to the party on this one, but I'm really happy I got this. So, just wanted to share it real quick. This was not an intentional video. Didn't think I was going to be making this video, but I'm bored and I'm in pain for my shoulder, and I don't have anything better to make a video on right now, so I thought I'd throw this one up here. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Maybe everybody saw something new today, or maybe I just look like a colossal idiot because I'm the only one that didn't know about this thing in the first place. But anyway, Coast FX350, great value for your money. Go ahead, pick one up. I'll be back again real soon, guys. Thanks for watching.